Beauty of red maple, Acer rubrum, Lal trikanna. It has characteristic brilliant red autumn foliage, and this is one of the most widespread maple of North America. Wherever there is indiscriminate logging, human interference, habitat change, young forests often colonized by this maple, and sometimes it goes invasive also. But in gardening and landscaping, this particular maple is highly prized maple. In fact, this is also commercially exploited for the maple syrup. Though most commercial suited maple or maple syrup production is Acer saccharum. But second tree after Acer saccharum is this red maple. So number one is sugar maple, which is Acer saccharum, and then Acer rubrum. If you see its young foliage, you will note each petiole is red, and leaves are usually 3-lobed, but they can be 5-lobed also. And I will show you its foliage. These are the leaves. Mostly they are tri-lobed. For example, this one. This is a red maple leaf, and at each branch, at each node, you can see the 2 leaves are born. 2 leaves are born, and these are buds. Bud initiation for the flowers, and flowers will bloom by end of December. Red maple may also have 5-lobed leaves, but in this tree before me, I see only 3-lobed leaves. Uppermost lobe is largest, and these are the side lobes which are shorter in length. And you can even count down the number of veins which originate from the base as the number 3. So this is a petiole which is also red, pink. So all leaves have the red petiole. This is another distinguishing feature, how to identify the red maple. And leaves, mostly they are 3-lobed, and then each lobe is also toothed. You see there are some kind of teeth on the margins. So leaf margin is not entire, but there are some serrations or dentations. In this sample you can clearly see. And this particular maple stands planted in Lincoln Park Zoo as a landscaping tree. It's a huge tree. Sometimes it goes even more than 100 feet, and one specimen in Michigan has been measured up to 125 feet tall. Grayish bark and red petioles, red leaf stalks, and then more fascinating, red orange brilliant red color of autumn fall makes the red maple as very decorative tree in the landscaping. It has Shiocarpic samara fruits, and it has the smallest seed among maples. So there are many species of maples, and among all this red maple, identified in botany as Acer rubrum, has smallest seed, and leaves typically are upper surface green, but down below they are not green, rather they are glaucous, grayish glaucous, and even little bit hairy. So this is under surface and that is upper surface. Upper surface dark green, under surface of Acer rubrum is grayish white, glaucous white. Petioles are typically red. And the another tree with which it hybridizes radially, that is silver maple. In case of silver maple, this lobing is much deeper, and that is palmately deeply lobed leaf. Here you don't have the deep lobing, rather it is shallow lobing, and leaf is simply 3 lobed, or maybe sometimes 5 lobed. But in case of silver maple, which is Acer saccharinum, much deeper lobing is seen in the leaves, and leaves are also much larger in size. But this red maple, Acer rubrum, hybridizes this silver maple, Acer saccharinum, and hybrid is named as Acer freemani, after the worker, scientist Freeman, who got its hybrid first time. And this is just this start of autumn. Yet autumn is away, but some of the branches have turned brilliant red. Some leaves are just changing color to chocolate pink or light red, but some foliage on the upper twigs, canopy twigs, has already changed color. So this is the decorative Acer rubrum, known for its beauty during the autumn time, autumn season, and it is the earliest blooming maple. Ending December after Christmas, you will find its flowers. Bud formation has already taken place, and these buds will bloom. You see the buds. There are lenticels, white ore-like structures on the stems. White lenticels are present on the stem twigs. Pinkish stalks, presence of lenticels, early formation of bud, and leaf score is typically V-shaped. In wet situations, this red maple produces short taproot but large network of horizontal roots. But in dry conditions, it has longer taproot. And this is the only maple which has adaptability, different sort of soils. It can grow in dry soils, it can grow in marsh soils, it can grow in wet soils. And this tree has therefore named variously. Another name of red maple is water maple, as it can grow near water also. So it is also named as water maple or red maple, Acer rubrum. So its beauty in Liquid Park Zoo is fascinating the visitors and tourists. Not to be confused with Acer saccharum, which is the sugar maple. In sugar maple, leaves are typically 5-lobed. But here they are typically 3-lobed. And foliage is brilliant pink, and similar color is also got in case of sugar maple. But this maple is more popular and seen extensively planted in city spaces, city gardens and landscaping. Another feature of this red maple is even flowers have the red color. 5 petals, small sized, and calyx is also red colored. Apart from red flowers and red autumnal foliage, the Acer rubrum red maple also has red seeds. Seed color is also fascinating red. So 4-5 tree pods, you can say they are red. Autumn foliage is red. Leaf petiole even in spring or summer is red. Flowers are red when they will bloom in early spring. Fourth, the seed is red. So Acer rubrum has rightly been named as rubrum. Rubrum means ruby-like. So its red color is quite fascinating, attractive. You can see it's more trees growing around. This is also red maple, Acer rubrum, but since its location is different, here you don't find any leaf brilliant red, so it is still bearing the green foliage, but you can always identify it as red maple because of red petiole and upper surface dark green and lower surface of these leaves is glaucous white, grayish. For example, this you can even in Acer saccharinum, which is silver maple, you have this kind of leaf color, but that is on both the surfaces grayish white. Here upper surface is green, lower is grayish white. And leaf petiole in case of silver maple is not red. So that can also distinguish the two species with which it hybridizes. So hybrid has been obtained between Acer rubrum and Acer saccharinum. Acer saccharinum is silver maple. So this is the beauty of landscaping in Lincoln Park Zoo, where you can notice proper labeling not only of trees but also small herbs, grasses, and most importantly different kinds of hybrids also. For example, I just mentioned the hybrid between red maple and silver maple. So this is the tree before me, which is hybrid between Acer rubrum and Acer saccharinum. Acer saccharinum sugar maple, Acer rubrum red maple. And this tree has also brilliant red, fascinating autumn color. So you can see its red foliage, and even you can notice the red pink leaf stalks. Red or pinkish leaf stalks and undersurface grayish white. This is a character of Acer rubrum. But here the lobing is bit deeper, and deep lobing is a character which this hybrid has borrowed from the silver maple. In silver maple you have the deeper lobing. In case of Acer rubrum, lobing is shallow. But this hybrid has got deeper lobing as well as pink red petiole. So pink red petiole, this is a feature of Acer rubrum. But undersurface grayish white is also a character from Acer rubrum red maple. Pink red leaf stalk is another feature which it has taken or borrowed from the red maple. What deep lobing on the leaves. This is a character borrowed from silver maple Acer saccharinum, and its foliage, which is toward the sunny side, has developed purplish pink color. In case of Acer rubrum you have the brilliant red color, but here you in this hybrid, which is named after Freeman as Acer freemani, the color is deeper purplish pink. Some purplish tinge is also seen in the autumn foliage. Many branches still supporting the green foliage, but some branches have already changed the color as the advancing summer and early autumn. So this particular Acer or maple or trikanna, as we call it in Dogri, is a hybrid. This is not considered as a species, rather this is a cross between red maple and silver maple. So it has borrowed half features from one parent and half features from other parent. So its both parents are Acer rubrum and Acer saccharinum. Not to be confused with sugar maple. Sugar maple is Acer saccharum, whereas silver maple is Acer saccharinum. Even in Himalayas we have the Acer species growing in Kishtwar, Kashmir, Bhadrawa, Bani, Sarthal. But those species are different. For example, we have Acer cesium. Earlier that was named as Acer pectum. We have Acer oblongum, which is called poi. We usually find this Acer in Trakota Hills, Devi Pindia, also in Rajouri. It has simple leaf and two leaves grow in opposite, and also we find this Acer oblongum growing in the Sacred Grove, Baba Dhansar area. There is also Acer with larger leaves and shallow lobed lobing, and what will be the angle between the two samaras, that also determine which species we are talking about. But this particular Acer is a hybrid Acer, and this Acer is Acer Freemani, hybrid between Acer Rubrum and Acer Saccharinum, red maple and silver maple.